My friends, this whole system of income taxation has degenerated into a racket. The sooner this impudent, intrusive, despotic, discriminatory, and perhaps revolutionary system of taxation is repealed, the better it will be for the honesty, the industry, the wealth, and the welfare of the whole America.
In whose name and on whose behalf did the SLA execute Superintendent Foster? In what sense was their court of the people at all? In what sense was it a court? But perhaps all this has a purpose. Perhaps it is just a license to kill.
Shortly after 9 last night, a woman knocked on this door, saying she'd been involved in a traffic accident. When the door was opened, 2 men rushed in, one carrying a rifle.
To a radio station in Berkeley. Since the letter specified that it be published in full by the media, we are presenting it to comply with that request.
The United Federated Forces of the Symbionese Liberation Army, armed with cyanide-loaded weapons, served an arrest warrant upon Patricia Campbell Hearst. All communications from this court must be published in full in all newspapers and all other forms of the media. Failure to do so will endanger the safety of the prisoner. Should any attempt be made by authorities to rescue the prisoner or to arrest or harm any SLA elements, the prisoner is to be executed. And in capital letters under that is death to the fascist insect that preys upon the life of the people.
What we received in the mail today appears to me to be a 7-page statement from the SLA, plus a tape recording which purports to be somebody from the SLA and also the voice of Patricia Hearst. And according to the demands which we'll outline here, it says that all of these things must be publicized in full, which is what we're doing right now.
Mom, Dad, I'm okay. I had a few scrapes and stuff, but they washed them up and they're getting okay. And I've caught a cold, but they're giving me pills for it, and so I'm not being starved or beaten or unnecessarily frightened. I've heard some press reports, and so I know that Steve and all the neighbors are okay, and that no one was really hurt. And I also know that the SLA members here are very upset about press distortions of what's been happening. They have nothing to do with the August 7th movement, that they have not been shooting down helicopters or shooting down innocent people in the streets. I'm kept blindfolded, usually, so that I can't identify anyone. My hands are often tied, but they're not. I'm not gagged or anything, and I'm comfortable. And I think you can tell that I'm not really terrified or anything. No, I'm okay.
Well, we've received other communiques from them, but those were basically in connection with the murder of the Oakland school superintendent, Marcus Foster.
Does this letter seem to be from the same organization, in your opinion?
I'd say it was from the same organization, yes.
It began last November when Oakland school superintendent Marcus Foster was shot to death outside his office by a trio of hooded assassins. Witnesses described one of the 3 as a woman. And the next day, the Symbionese Liberation Army took credit for the killing.
Greetings to the people and comrades, sisters and brothers. My name is Jelena, and I am a general in the Symbionese Liberation Army.
By the the time the last communique was issued, still more women had made themselves heard.
The SLA is the people's army, and we fight in their interests. The SLA will never compromise. Now to our sisters and brothers in prison, courage and faith to our two captured soldiers. Greetings to all oppressed people. May we connect.
No, I don't know. The FBI doesn't know where she's being held. If we did, it would depend on the facts, the location, and a lot of other things as to what action we would take. Although basically we are not going to take any action that would jeopardize this young lady's life, and that is right in accord with Mr. Saxby's recent statement, which I've just seen.
We don't know where Patty Hearst is. We're making no direct attempt to find out because we don't want to get Patty hurt.
It is therefore the directive of this court that before any form of negotiation for the release of the subject prisoner be initiated, that an action of good faith be shown on the part of the Hearst family to allow the court and the oppressed people of this world and this nation to ascertain as to the real interests and cooperative attitude of the Hearst family, and in so doing show some form of repentance for the murder and suffering they have aided and profited from. And this good faith gesture is to be in the form of a token gesture to the oppressed people that they aid the corporate state in robbing and removing their rights to freedom and liberty. This gesture is to be in the form of food to the needy and the unemployed, and to which the following instructions are directed to be followed to the letter.
I have a short statement relating to the People in Need program at this time. It is our opinion, my opinion at this point, that what we are being asked is not to create an ongoing program, and that the number of weeks or the number of distribution days left is no longer a factor, that we will take all the funds we have available and put that food as rapidly as we can before the public. That may be in one distribution, that may be in two distributions, it may be in three distributions.
Out of the phone calls I've had, maybe 90, I'd say maybe 5 to 10 might have been bad, that are completely adiscus. Some of them said, well, don't you think you've gone far enough, and hung up, and some said, well, I'm going to be down there at the welfare office at 29th and Q, and I'm going to tell the people what I think about this thing. I'm all for getting free food, and I don't care whose blood it's got to do with, you know, and, I listened to them for a while, and then I hung up on them.
There were 3 or 4 locations where we did lose some of the goods prior to the public, the opening for public. We had one site where we lost about 25 to 40% of the merchandise. We had another site where we lost about 10%. We had some locations where individuals came back a second or third time, but I think those can all be taken care of as community leaders at the site become more directly involved with the program. We have no direct information ourselves, although some of the volunteers in the field believe so, as to who actually ripped off the food in the locations where it was ripped off.
Well, the Phoenix, as you know, is a bi-weekly, but I'm not sure about the other. But apparently they did like what we ran. They're really romantic. They're like something out of a strange, romantic 19th century Russian revolutionary novel. They sent me this communique in a package with a dozen long-stemmed American red roses. And the envelope that contained the messages was addressed to me, John Bryan, with a heart drawn around it like a valentine.
And when you get in line, you get up there, you think that you're going to that building there. Hey, you're rotating 4 or 5 times till you get on up some steps. Yeah. Hey, and you're there for, we've been in line for 2 damn hours.
You know, they don't know this, and when they get up there, they're going to get, really panicked.
Aside from that, how's it been going this morning?
Very smoothly.
To hell with those people. They'll dominate, they'll be kidnapping everybody in the United States and demanding this and that. We don't want it. Us old people have got little pride. We don't want for somebody's life to take all this money and things that to me, why I throw out all that, if they brought $70 worth of groceries, I need the groceries, but doggone it, I throw them out in the street.
So like the people that before taking $70 worth of food said that they need the food and they would take it any way they could get it. And some say that the person got rich by stepping on people that were poor. And so they feel that, this is his time to pay back. And unfortunately, this is the way it should be, the way it is. But that's the only thing this country does understand is violence.
Mom, Dad, I would like to comment on your efforts to supposedly secure my safety. The People in Need giveaway was a sham. You attempted to deceive the people, the SLA, and me with statements about your concern for myself and the people. You were playing games, stalling for time which the FBI was using in their attempts to assassinate me and the SLA elements which guarded me. I have been given the choice of 1, being released in a safe area, or 2, joining the forces of the Symbionese Liberation Army and fighting for my freedom and the freedom of all oppressed people. I have chosen to stay and fight. One thing which I have learned is that the corporate ruling class will do anything in their power in order to maintain their position of control over the masses, even if this means the sacrifice of one of their own. I have been given the name Tanya after a comrade who fought alongside Che in Bolivia for the people of Bolivia. I embrace the name with the determination to continue fighting with her spirit.
Personally, I don't believe it. We've had her 20 years, they've had her 60 days, and I don't believe that she's going to change her philosophies that quickly or that permanently.
As for my ex-fiancé, I don't care if I ever see him again. During the last few months, Stephen has shown himself to be a sexist, ageist pig. Not that this was a sudden change from the way he always was. For those people who still believe that I'm brainwashed or dead, I see no reason to further defend my position. Consciousness is terrifying to the ruling class, and they will do anything to discredit people who have realized that the only alternative to freedom is death, and that the only way we can free ourselves of this fascist dictatorship is by fighting, not with words, but with guns. I am a soldier in the People's Army. Patria o muerte, venceremos.
If anyone had any sympathy to give to Patty at any point along the last 2 months, that they should extend it to her now, because from the way I know Patty, she is sick, she's exhausted, and she's being humiliated at the hands of a group of people that are determined not to let her get out of this alive.
The note said, "To the Phoenix, greetings to our comrades of the news service. On behalf of the people, we thank you for your show of love for the people and the people's forces by refusing to cooperate with the FBI. We're not cooperating because we feel that newsmen should not act as unpaid police agents." Radio station KSAN has been sent a recent photograph of Patricia Hearst, which you will undoubtedly wish to print. We did. She's our cover girl. On today's issue. Yeah, she's the Gorilla of the Year of the Phoenix. Okay. It's signed in the usual way, "Death to the fascist insect that preys upon the life of the people. Dare to struggle, dare to win, dare to love, and it's signed SLA.
Could you clearly identify one of those young ladies as Patty Hearst?
No, I couldn't. Absolutely not.
Did she say anything to you at the time?
No, she never spoke to me. She was just telling everybody to lay down. The first guy that moved would get it, and so on.
She was telling people to lay down?
Yeah, they were really loudmouth about the whole thing.
Hibernia Bank was on the list of the SLA. What is next on the list of the SLA in this bizarre Patty Hearst kidnapping remains to be seen. Chet Hancock, Action News 13, Hibernia Bank, San Francisco.
It's terrible. It's something that I think is one of the most vicious things I've ever seen or I've ever had happen to me.
I haven't seen anything, but just on Tuesday of this week, two white bras went out to the blue van and left in it and came back, and one was in the blue and one was in a red and white one. That's all I seen.
And I seen this woman come across the street. I don't know where she come out the house or come from behind the house or where she come over. I seen she crossed the street. She come across where another one had drove up and stopped. She come over and got in it and they took off.
What did she look like? Did you recognize her?
Yeah, I looked at her good. She had kind of brownish looking hair and kind of snun. It's kind of, she's kind of a little sad.
Had you seen her picture in the paper or anything?
No, after they come to me this morning, they come to me that I had seen her on TV.
Which girl was she?
The Hearst girl. That was her.
You're pretty sure?
I know it. Because I had been watching her on TV.
They aren't even real revolutionaries, the stripe of a Martin Luther King or the labor unions who fight for certain rights from for their members over all of the years. They aren't even that kind of revolutionaries. So we put the mark of the outlaw on, that's first. Secondly, we have set up a special force under Don Scott. And you remember that same force got rid of the Black Panther threat when Eldridge Cleaver was running the Black Panthers and teaching young people to make bombs, to scratch numbers off guns that were stolen, how to steal guns. We're doing the same thing, that same kind of a force. Now, we got Eldridge Cleaver out of town and pretty much wiped out his organization in a constitutional, legal manner in about 6 months to 8 months. And we think we can do the same now. We are going to have an intensive police activity in collaboration with the Oakland Police, the Berkeley Police, the FBI, to get rid of this terrible thing that's happening in our society. These are just confused, either jailbirds or confused college kids with vague political notions that somehow violence is justified in pursuance of political ideals. And we have to put the mark of the outlaw on that kind of conduct and then pursue it. Like these folks are extortioners and kidnappers and murderers, ex-jailbirds, not like they're some kind of new social force or some kind of a civil rights group.
Business of the revolution. The following are enemies of the people. They are agents of the enemy and have been found guilty of working and informing to the enemy against the people, and therefore death warrants have been issued by this court against them, and they should be shot on sight by any of the people's forces when found. Colston Westbrook, male, black, age 35, brown eyes, brown hair, height 5'8", 210 pounds in weight. Berkeley language instructor, a resident of Oakland, is a government agent. Worked for the CIA in Vietnam as the interrogator and torturer in the Phoenix operation against the Vietnamese people, and also served same purpose in other foreign countries. Now working for military intelligence while giving cross assistance to the FBI. These subjects are to be shot on sight whenever found at any time. At this point, I would like to take the opportunity to speak to my 6 lovely black babies. Daddy wants you to understand that I can't come home because you and the people are not free. And as long as the enemy exists, I can find no rest or any hope for you or our people as a whole.
I can be happy when the enemy murders the children of other fathers and mothers. In closing, I wish to play the national anthem of the Symbionese Liberation Army. My people, my brothers, my sisters, free the people, free the land, and save the children.